guys, welcome to Khanvolution. My name's Khan, and right now I'm about to react to RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 4, titled Lessons Learned. If you guys haven't checked out my reaction to RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 3, titled It's a Brawl in the Family, I'll leave that link in the description below so you guys can go ahead and check that out. You know, we got a lot of mystery elements introduced. You know, if you guys pay attention to my discussion portion, you'll get an idea of, you know, some of my hypotheses and theories regarding everything that's been said in RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 3. It's super exciting. We also got another awesome, cool, you know, fight between the long-awaited Uncle Qrow of, you know, Yang and RWBY and Weiss's sister Winter. But that's such an awesome fight, and there's clearly a lot of history between the two of them. But oh man, are we gonna get to see more of them? Please, can we get to see more of them? So I'm super excited for what this chapter has. And oh yeah, last chapter left off on freaking Emerald and Mercury about to go up against freaking Coco and Yatsuashi from, you know, freaking Team Coffee, bro. We're gonna get some crazy ass motherfucking action, bro. So let's get started. So RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 4, in 3, 2, 1, son! By the way, I also had my mocha, so I'm ready. I'm ready, give me this shit, bro! Man, I can't catch any of the lyrics in this one, bro. Except for mirrors will shatter. Okay, I can get some of it. Uncle Qrow. Silhouette against the moon. Yeah, we back. We back. Oh, dude, I'm so hyped for this fight, dude! Damn, this feels like meditating and shit.
Good luck, you two!
Yeah! Team Coffee all the way, bro! Yo! Dude, the first round had only 2 different type of stages. Right now there's like 4 combined in 1. Holy shit, bro! Dude, it's like a prairie, kind of like...
Love the outfit, kid.
I'll try not to get blood on it.
I can't promise you'll leave without a scratch.
I won't be the one bleeding.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
I like her.
3, 2, 1, begin!
Okay, that's not creepy at all. Oh yeah, get that shit, girl! Oh! Yes, let's freaking Gatling gun action! Holy crap. Look at her, dude. Yo, she's like trimming the grass, bro. Goddamn, watch out! Oh yeah, well they have shielding. It's fine, bro. Holy shit. Oh shit, from the sky, watch out! Damn, you see that impact? Holy shit, man, he's like at a 45 wing! Damn! Damn, dude! Watch out! Don't hit your boy! Whoa, that would've hurt, right? That's like point blank range even with aura. Oh yeah, it retracted back into first form. A briefcase form. Whoa, dude, it's like a maelstrom of bullets! What the frick? Holy shit, that was so tight! Oh shit. Yo, freaking Neo Matrix shit, dude! Holy crap, dude, he's taking 2-on-1! Yo, Emerald's got freaking chains? Dude. They're dividing and conquering now. Oh shit, get him! Come on, Yatsuashi! Oh! Oh! Shit, dude! They're impact critic geysers! Oh shit! Man, that's kind of messed up, right? Yo, I didn't know Emerald had chain attacks too.
I take it back.
I don't like her.
Oh shit! Oh, there. Damn, she's like, and she's green too, so you can't like. Huh?
Damn.
¿Dónde está Esmeralda?
Watch out, she's in the tree.
How did he come back so quickly?
Final blow. Yatsuhashi is eliminated.
What?
Wait, what? Yo!
Damn.
Whoa, come on! God damn, dude! Wait, you tell me they're done? Dude, she's got chains attached to sickles with a turned gun.
Amazing upset. Emerald and Mercury are victorious.
Seriously?
Cuckoo?
Oh man! But what happened? There was freaking. They still yeah. Okay, I'll talk about it in my discussion. This looks new. Oh.
Leaving?
Yes. I was merely needed to oversee the transport of additional units to Vale. Our last shipment was lost to an ambush. I believe you had a run-in with its cargo, actually. It's fortunate those paladins were still in the prototype stage. Otherwise, your team may not have fared so well.
Oh, okay.
Weiss, you've done well out here on your own.
Aww.
You should be proud.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it was quite amusing seeing Father's face the day you left for Beacon.
I can't wait to show him what I've learned.
Oh? And what do you think you've learned?
What do you mean? I'm getting better and better with my glyphs. I've even started time dilation.
And what of
Ooh.
your summoning?
You know I can't.
Wait, what?
Be ridiculous. Every Schnee has the ability to summon. We have for generations.
I've tried. It's the one thing I'm having trouble with.
Yo!
We Schnees are unique. Unlike many, our semblance is hereditary. But that doesn't mean that it will come easily. Your semblance is like a muscle. The more you practice with it, the stronger it will become. But if you only focus on one aspect of it, if you fail to test the limits of what you think is possible.
Yo! She can summon like what, Grim
never
summons?
truly grow.
Wait, they summon Grims?
You're nothing but talk, kid.
You can do it, Ruby!
Oh, I was like, what are they doing?
Wins. Total annihilation.
Ouch.
By the way, don't ever call me old.
My turn.
Oh shit, damn.
Now, where was I?
You were telling us about your last mission.
Right. I'd come across a small village in the swamps west of Mistral. Right off the bat, I knew something wasn't right.
What were you doing there?
I needed information. Tired from battling Grim along the way, I decided to start my search at the town's inn. The place was crawling with lowlifes and thugs, even a few huntsmen that I could only assume had been hired by less than reputable people for less than respectable jobs. And that's when it happened.
What happened?
I was defeated by the mere sight of the innkeeper's skirt length.
Seriously.
Wins. Total
It's like
annihilation.
freaking Roy Mustang.
Worst!
Best 2 out of 3.
Glad to know Ruby got his uncle's
Qrow, did you
humor,
get in trouble
sense of
with
humor.
Ozpin?
Nah, me and Oz go way back. We're cool.
Cool for an old guy.
Not funny.
Hey, so what are you doing here anyway? I thought Dad said you'd be away on a mission for, like, ever.
Ready. Fight.
Well, a professional huntsman like myself is expected to get results as soon as possible.
Yeah, I get that. We're pretty much pros, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, read the news sometime. We totally saved Vale while you were gone.
Funny, because I heard Vale suffered a Grim attack after you almost managed to stop a train.
Soaring Ninja wins. Total
Yeah,
annihilation.
Uncle Qrow
But
got
they
some
don't
mad
give
gaming
out
skills.
medals for almost.
They do, and they're called silver.
Won't help take down Roman Torchwick. He's locked up in Ironwood's ship and crimes been down ever since. That's basically a bounty mission.
Sure, you may be acting like huntresses, but you're not thinking like one. You really think 4 girls and their friends could end all crime in the kingdom?
I mean, I did until you said that.
Violence hasn't dropped since Roman got nabbed. It's stopped. Completely. No White Fang activity anywhere around the city. You cut off the head of a King Taijitu, but now the second head's calling the shots. That's what Ironwood can't get through that thick metal head of his.
You know the general?
Hey, I know everybody to some extent. Remember, you're talking to a member of the coolest team to ever graduate Beacon.
Yo, it's a picture.
Team Stark.
Team
That's where I
Stark?
met your parents. We were pretty well known back in the day.
Well known for crummy fashion sense.
Yo.
Hey, we looked good. And I have a number of inappropriate stories that'll back that up. But I'll save those for when you're older.
That's the...
Anyway, I'm too old to be hanging out with a bunch of kids. You're gonna cramp my style. Look, just remember that you've still got a long way to go. And don't think for a second that graduating means you're done. Every day out there is worth a week in this place.
True.
You two, you're gonna go far. But only if you keep learning. If you never stop moving forward.
Never give up, never surrender. Caterpillar! Yo, is she learning how to summon?
Excellent,
Bro!
Now think to your fallen foes, the ones that forced you to push yourself past who you were and become who you are now. Think of them and watch as they come to your side.
Oh, so she's summoning the Grim she's defeated already. So in order for her to summon a Grim or a
Stop
White Grim,
doubting yourself.
I'm trying.
she needs
If
to have
this is
defeated
what
it
you
first.
call trying, then you have no hope of winning the tournament, let alone succeeding as a huntress. Why don't you just move back home? I'm sure Father will give you a nice job as a receptionist.
Some of that
I
tough
don't
love,
need
bro.
his charity.
But you do need his money,
Yeah.
don't you?
What? How did you know about that?
Lucky guess. I may have been in a similar situation when I joined the military. So what have you done this time?
Well, that's the thing. I'm really not sure. I went to pay for lunch the other day, but my card didn't work.
Oh yeah.
How embarrassing.
I know! Well, it was. Why would he cut me off like that?
Perhaps so you'd stop avoiding him and call home.
Oh yeah. She's like, no! I'd rather summon.
Emotions can grant you strength, but you must never let them overpower you. It sounds to me like you have 2 choices in front of you. You can either call him, beg for his money back, and explain once more why you want to study at Beacon over Atlas. Or you could continue to explore Remnant, discovering more about the world and, honestly, more about yourself.
Damn. That's dope. Shit, both Uncle Qrow and
It's time for me to go.
they're giving great advice. Oh, that's
It's really
sweet.
good to see you, Winter.
Until next time, sister.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's cool. Yo, she did summon something. It's like a little tiny sword, but it's worth it worked. Oh, it's Mirror Mirror. It's like a slower version of Mirror Mirror. Still won't talk to Daddy. That was nice, but she left so quickly. What the deuce? Damn, this song is so good, bro, but there's so much to discuss. Holy crap. Yo, look at those designs. Look at the one on the left. That looks so tight. For like Mercury with like that crazy ass like hair in the front. That looks pretty tight. Oh, and that white Grim that Winter summoned. So I guess she must have defeated like that type of Beowulf well, that's a pretty normal style of Beowulf. All right, there's so much to discuss. Well, I'll try to focus on the main points, but we got a whole lot of character development too. All right, I'll see you guys later in the discussion. 3, 2, 1, sun. Silhouette against the moon! Hey guys, welcome back to the discussion portion for RWBY Volume 3, Chapter 4, titled Lessons Learned. What an amazing, awesome chapter, and lessons learned indeed. But let's start off all the way in the beginning with the fight, dude. That crazy-ass freaking fight, dude, but it was so one-sided, dude. I thought Team Coffee was literally gonna have Team, Emerald and Mercury on the ropes, but no, that wasn't the case at all. That's so crazy, because the battle started off with, obviously the stages coming up, which makes a lot of sense, I guess, if they plan on making the stages add to the level of difficulty for the contestants, as they progress from one stage to the other, because the first level of Vital Festival Tournament was only like 2 different style stages. Now it's like level 2, so now there's 4 stages. What, level 3, when it's one-on-one, they're gonna have 8 stages? I don't even know, man, but there was like 4 different stages, and of course the battle starts off with a freaking Gatling gun, basically trimming the prairie environment. It was so creepy how the Emerald and Mercury sort of just like melded in with the prairie grass and sort of hid within the, masking themselves within the environment, while Emerald hides. Basically, Mercury takes on 2 of them at the same time. Damn, he's so freaking powerful. He was literally like kicking both of them at the same time, and then activating that super crazy typhoon maelstrom of bullets and like sending them to freaking Yatsuhashi and Coco. Dude, that's a crazy, man. And I'm not sure if that has something to do with the semblance. Can he like manipulate bullets somehow? But then the question was, where is Emerald? She was hiding within the Emerald Forest, or like a clone of the Emerald Forest. So they basically use a strategy of divide and conquer. At the beginning, it's more like just, Mercury is keeping Coco and Yatsuhashi extremely busy. And of course, that gives Emerald enough time to actually plan her, grabbing of Coco and, separating her from Yatsuhashi so that they can't do any team maneuvers, you know what I'm saying? Yatsuhashi tries to put up a fight with Mercury, but damn, dude, Mercury, like, they can use, like, strategy in the field to their advantage like crazy. And of course, that geyser pops up and pretty much, throws Yatsuhashi off balance enough for Mercury to deal the final blow. And the strangest thing about the fight was, of course, Coco got separated, and then within the forest, she sees Emerald, but then she also sees Yatsuhashi behind her. You know what I mean? And that kind of reminds me of like can Emerald create like phantasms, or like clones or like mirror images of other characters? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like shadows of Blake, the way Blake creates shadows, but she can morph those shadows into other people. Or is it like Genjutsu from Naruto? You can hallucinate the person to see things that aren't really there, some sort of weird. But it didn't last very long, so I'm guessing it's not a very that strong of an impact. But we haven't seen what Emerald or Mercury's semblances, for that matter. They're still hidden quite a bit, but I feel like what we saw there might be a hint to what Emerald's semblance actually is. Maybe she is able to manipulate the other people's psyche in some way, or like make them see things that aren't really there. We clearly saw the distinction of like her seeing Yatsuhashi behind her, and then him seeing what's actually happening on the main screen, and that's why she was like so surprised suddenly, and that gave Emerald the perfect opportunity to deal her final blow against Team Coffee. And that's just such a crazy way to end, man. Anyways, moving on to that beautiful conversation between Weiss and her sister Winter. And that's so crazy because now we know that their family, the Schnee family, their powers are descendant through their bloodline. So not everybody's gets their abilities developed in this way, but the Schnee family, I guess they've been very controlled in who they marry and whatnot, because usually that's how these things work, right? So Weiss should technically be able to summon, which she ultimately does by summoning that little tiny sword next to the caterpillar, which was really awesome with the mirror playing in the background. But yeah, Winter can summon create like a white Beowulf too. And what she said, that remember, while they were practicing, she's like, remember all the fallen foes that you've beaten, picture them in your head and recreate them. That's like sort of that's the method of creating the summon. And so if she's able to defeat Morgrim, she can assimilate their structure into her head, and then recreate them as a summon. I mean, maybe she'll manifest those abilities during the tournament, who knows? I'm super excited for that. Of course, that leads to a very touching conversation about Winter giving Weiss some much needed sisterly advice on how to deal with their dad, and you know, money issues and stuff like that, and just, you know, a real world life perspective, you know, like the way the mentor should give. And there's like, obviously, you know, their interactions start off very strict, so you have this sort of interesting perception of Winter and her personality, but you obviously through just 2 chapters you see such a crazy development, and now it's like a very motherly and older sister kind of role. So we're just over a few chapters, we've seen a huge amount of not development, but like multiple layers to this Winter character. And Weiss obviously is warms up a lot of her personality just from her, which is ironic considering her sister's name is Winter, you know. And she's another ice queen, by the way. That's pretty funny, I thought. And of course, you know, they have a very nice touching embrace, and they go their separate ways. It's funny because they still have like a very, you know, very high class sort of relationship. You know, they don't like go all crazy like RWBY and Yang, and obviously Uncle Qrow. They're just sitting down and playing video games. But we get like so much like information just from that little conversation. Qrow shows that picture of Team Stark. The yellow haired dude is obviously their Yang's and RWBY's father, and then the Yang actually like has like sort of like an epiphany moment when she sees that lady next to them is actually, which I guess, yeah, now is Yang's mom for sure, who saved her, because she looks exactly the same. And you see Uncle Qrow standing right next to them, and there's also another woman on the side, which I believe is Summer Rose, you know, RWBY's mom, you know, kind of hooded in white. We've seen her in that, like in that kind of imagery in the RWBY Volume 1 opening, so I'm guessing that's Summer Rose. But if I'm mistaken, and if it's not too much of a spoiler, you guys can let me know in the comments. But that's crazy, dude. And of course we get that information from Qrow that, yeah, you might have been able to defeat Torchwick, but somebody even worse has taken over, which isn't completely accurate, because I feel like Cinder was always at the head of, you know, the whole criminal organization. Torchwick was just a means to getting everything together. They have all the puzzle pieces, but they just don't know where everything is perfectly aligned. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, after they caught Torchwick, it's not that crime has gone down. Crime is like literally silent, dude. You know, if the crime has literally stopped, you're gonna be wondering why, and like when is it gonna come back, and what exactly is the enemy waiting for? You know, it's just so dark and ominous. And of course, you know, the conversation ends with Uncle Qrow giving Yang and RWBY some much needed advice. You know, it's like the point of becoming a huntsman and huntress, you know, is you're not there yet. You have so much left to learn, so much left to do, and that experience outside is way more valuable than anything you're gonna learn in here. You know, ultimate experience is gonna teach you, and he's been out in the field for so long, so he's the perfect person to give that sort of advice. And you guys have a long way to go and stuff like that. Yeah, this episode was super tight, and it ended with Winter leaving, which was kind of sad. I hope we get to see her again pretty soon. Weiss actually takes out the cell phone and is like, no, I'm not gonna talk to daddy, I'm gonna do things my way. So that's kind of admirable in its own way, right? So super excited for what comes next. Chapter 5, RWBY Volume 3. I'll try to bring that out to you guys very soon as well. Trying to get through Volume 3 and get more of these chapter reactions out to you guys as soon as possible. And with that all being said, what did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. As always, if you guys enjoyed my videos, please hit a like, please subscribe, and please share the video with any other RWBY fans out there. And I'll see you guys later in my reaction to RWBY Volume 3 Chapter 5. Alright, until then, have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. Bye. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you later.